Growing up, like I went in Catholic school for 12 years. You kind of take it for granted, and it's just the norm. You know, being around people that, you know, live faithful lives and are, you know, encouraging you to do the same, being around priests, you kind of take it for granted. And you get out to college, you're around different cultures of people and stuff like that, and that's when you really start to realize that, you know, you had something special and you really have a good base. And you go back and talk to people that I've graduated with and other people, and then you have that solid foundation that, you know, at times you're going to struggle. You go out into the real world in college, no matter where you're going, if you're close to home or far from home, you know, you're going to have struggles, but you always have this to come back to and have a good, you know, foundation of people that are here to support you. They care about you deeply. Faith isn't isn't a weak thing, you know, having these strong Catholic men in your life, living, you know, very Catholic lives with their families and demonstrating that through their lives and not just, you know, talking about it. You know, they go home and they live that same way, and it's very easy to see that. So, and that's not only the religious staff at St. Mary's, that's, you know, a majority of the teachers, to where they exemplify like what the Light of Christ and like mission is all about. The classes they were definitely challenging at the time, but looking back at it, especially being able to take AP and dual credit classes, really help you out in the future. I mean, even just coming into college with extra credits to where you're able to take more relaxed load or get ahead in certain situations. Growing up as a saint for how many years, you're going to, you know, I went to cathedral and then you go to Saints games when you're 7, 8, you know, all the way through up junior high, and be able to watch that. And then finally, I'll never forget, my best memory of a football career ever was my freshman year, my first varsity game. I dressed. I didn't play a single snap, but the warm-up, I had never had so much adrenaline pumping in me because I finally got to wear a Saints jersey and be able to represent and be on the sideline with Coach Schmeeker. Thank you for everything you guys do financially. Your support is unmatched. And then on top of that, which even surpasses the financials, your guys' prayers for us and just all of us who have passed through this school, all of us who are in the school, and everyone who's involved with this whole process. It's really incredible to be able to be a part of a community that cares so much about people that you might not even know, people that maybe how many years younger than you. You had kids that graduated 30, 40 years ago, and the fact that you're able to come back and support this school is incredible. So thank you.
I really fell in love with music when I was in elementary school, but I felt a passion for it and a calling when I was in the high school wind orchestra. I distinctly remember Mr. Schmidt asking me to conduct the warm-up one day and feeling a sense of excitement and empowerment and thinking, maybe I could do this one day. So the Fine Arts Wing will not only benefit the band students, but it will benefit our steel drum students, our jazz band students, our vocal jazz, our speech students, opportunities to put on plays and allow us to really express ourselves in the area of fine arts. The students are really looking forward to celebrating our last concert coming up. We're really excited about that. And we're excited about continuing that legacy of excellence into this new fine arts space and continuing to grow. And not only grow in music, but grow in virtue, grow in beauty, and be a part of something bigger than ourselves. And that's going to help us be successful in any area of our lives. I would just like to say thank you to all the wonderful donors for your generosity, especially those attending the Saints Ball this evening. Thank you for your support of the fine arts and for the academics, athletics, and tuition assistance. We are truly grateful for all that you do to support our students. We are so excited, grateful, and humbled to be able to step into this new legacy at the new St. Mary's Central High School.
In today's world, I think sports and activities are one place where kids get hopefully taught to work hard for a goal and what hard work is, what physical work is, because that's becoming harder and harder for kids to find to do. But a couple of things that we try to impart to our players is we call it enjoy the grind, enjoy the process. And what that means is enjoy the hard work of getting better every day, so Friday night becomes a lot of fun. But I think the other thing is that we try to do with our football program and our players and coaches is that to try to use football to make them better people, to understand how to behave, how to become a better person, how to respect people, how to respect the game of football. But just using football to try to make them a better parent, a better person in everything, in life, but in their spiritual beliefs and their religion, but the whole thing. So I think that's one of the great values of sports, is to being able to use whatever you have a passion for to try to help the young adults to become better people. I look at what does it mean to be a saint. I think, moms and dads and families and school administrators and teachers and coaches, and then the students that are all working together to make our students better people, better Catholics. And for the product that walks out this door here come graduation is a good product and something that's going to be a great help in the world as they go on with their own lives. I look at what does it mean to be a saint. I think the values of this place. I think the tradition of this place. I think that there's a great following of St. Mary's High School, and I think that's been here for a long time. I think that's what it means to be the saint, to be the tradition. The people that care about this place, and I think those are things that we should never forget about. And I think that's what is not only the education and the religion and the athletics and the building, but I think the tradition and the people before and the true value that the people love about this school. St. Mary's High School, just because it's moving, the tradition and the following and the pride and the SM, that travels. And so I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great thing. I think it's going to be a great thing for St. Mary's. So there's nothing but positive. But I do think it does show our patrons, our alumni, and people that care about this place of how important it is, and that we are not stagnant, and we are not standing still, that we're growing, we're going, man. And this new building is going to be great for us. We're going to a new place, and it's nice and shiny, but business will be as usual. I would just like to say thank you, first of all, to all the students at St. Mary's that have helped me become a better person, but have helped the school be a great school. I would also like to thank all the parents that have sacrificed to make sure their kids get a great Catholic education in the city of Bismarck. Without the parents being willing to do that, we're nothing. But a real big thanks to the parents for allowing us to coach and teach their sons and daughters. And then just a big thank you to all the people that have donated over the years to keep this a great place.
I had pretty decent grades when I was in high school, and I think it's because of the whole system, basically from kindergarten all the way through 12, that there was an expectation that if you want to succeed academically and push yourself, there is definitely an avenue or a venue at our schools to take the next step, and our teachers expected a lot more, especially talking to students from other schools. There was just an expectation that you put more effort in. It wasn't just, okay, we have a religion teacher and then we don't see him the rest of the day. No, we had religion teachers that were also our coaches. So you'd get to practice, and it's not like the religious formation ended after those 50 minutes of class or whatever. It was, okay, well, now we're on the football field, and God isn't like absent. He's still a part, he's part of the football practices, and I know like Reed Ruggles would try to incorporate that into our practices, so it's not that God is all of a sudden just compartmentalized into this 50-minute period of the day, and then that like everything else is just like a normal school. No, it's trying to bring Christ into every aspect of our life. The priests that we've had through the school have been pretty incredible. and to see the effect that they have on students' lives and how it just makes it easier for a guy to say, well, you know, I want to be like him because he's like joyful, happy, and it seems like he really likes being a priest and he's really affecting other people's lives. And so St. Mary's just having the priests, and I think that goes all the way back to, you know, Bishop Zipfel and Bishop Kagan especially supporting our schools, taking resources and putting them in our schools, and how important that's been, and how many, you know, seminarians we have and how many priests are being ordained is a large part to our Catholic schools. I think, you know, most of the guys in the seminary have been through our Catholic school system, and there's more guys that, you know, are still signing up for the seminary, and it's a beautiful thing that's kind of happening at our Catholic schools in our diocese. So having your own chapel is a huge step forward because it opens up a lot of doors, and for, you know, students to experience like a big, beautiful church, it forms them for the rest of their life, and they don't, you know, accept mediocrity, and they see something incredibly beautiful, and it's like, this is a place where, you know, we worship God and give our lives over to God, and seeing that in a beautiful way in a huge chapel, and having Mass and having confession and all those things are very important. Once you build a school, I mean, it's going to be with you for a really long time, and so just the project has been incredible, but it shows in a very physical, tangible way that Light of Christ is doing the right thing, that is going in the right direction, and that obviously people want to send their kids to the system because it does such a great job. And like I said, from my own experience, I think the Catholic schools have been, you know, an important, essential part of my life. To close, basically, I just want to say thank you. When you really think about why you give money to any institution, is because you care about its mission. And the mission for our school is so incredible. I mean, it's the thing that matters the most in the world, and it's to save souls. And what I think St. Mary's did to me, it saved my soul. And I just hope that people are continue to be generous, especially for those students who can't afford it, so that we keep bringing more students closer to Christ through our Catholic schools, and it's been doing amazing things. So thank you.